What's going on, guys? Puppyard here and welcome back to another video. And in this video we're going to try to beat Pokemon HeartGold, which is the Feebas. And yes, I have beaten the game with Magikarp before, but now we're going to do it with the other fish. And its stats are actually kind of different. Basically what they did is that they swapped its attack with its special attack and its defense with its special defense. So it looks a bit more like this. Quite interesting really, but yeah. So anyway, the only good thing about Feebas that actually I like about it is it can actually learn TMs besides Magikarp, and Magikarp is just so useless because of that. But yeah, this should make the run possible to do without items, right? So yeah. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the solo run. Alright, so I reset it a bunch of times for a good Feebas, and it took me a very long time, but I eventually got one with Modest Nature, and its defenses were looking pretty good. So I decided that, you know what, let's take this one. And of course, like Magikarp, we're going to be making this one shiny as well, because honestly I think its shiny looks pretty amazing. And yeah, so let's get on with this journey. Of course, like Magikarp, Feebas starts with the move Splash, which means we have to use Struggle, yada yada yada, same crap. Basically, it's gonna be a little bit harder because we have a different nature on him to actually get Splash, but yeah. So basically, yeah. So I should probably explain this anyway, but basically, when you use up all your power points, you get to use a move called Struggle. And basically, that allows you to actually attack things if you can't attack. So that's why we're using it. And it might take a few hours for Feebas to get up to level 15 to learn Tackle. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. But hopefully we find a better method to actually make this a lot easier. And yeah, so basically, you just want to find Metapod and just use Splash on them, kind of like Magikarp. It's the same thing, guys. It's almost the same thing. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, just keep using Splash on Metapod. Eventually you'll get Struggle, and then you'll be able to level up a bunch. So yeah. I probably should have sped up this part. I don't know why I didn't speed it up, but it's alright. It's all good, guys. Don't worry about it. Almost done here. And okay, there we go. So anyway, yeah, so you have to do this a bunch of times until eventually you're strong enough to actually beat two trainers, or sorry, I think it was one trainer actually, a Youngster with a Pidgey and a Rattata. I got to level like 10, and it was actually, sorry, not 10, 9, and I was able to pass them without using items in battle, of course. And yeah, so now there's a different area we can actually go to actually level up, and it's the route next to the Violet City. And yeah, so anyway, eventually we will be able to get to level 15. It will take a long time, but eventually we reach level 15 and get Tackle, just like Magikarp. And yeah, so you want to know how long this took me? Let me show you. This took me nearly 13 hours, basically. 13 in-game hours. That's how long it took me. And you probably remember Magikarp. It took me about, what was it, like 16 hours of Magikarp? That's actually not too bad considering we actually moved up a route, so that's pretty good. And another thing we need to do before we face Falkner is we need to EV train. Yes, I know, we're doing this again. And yes, so for this playthrough, I am specifically going to be using special moves and physical moves. So I knocked out about 20, I think it was freaking Bellsprout, and then I knocked out 45 Mareep, so I can get those EVs. And yeah, it took me quite a while to EV train, so yeah, so I'll show you guys my stats real quick. At level 21, not too bad, they're pretty okay, considering we're very, very bulky, but our attack special attack are just bad. So anyway, let's face Falkner and see if we can beat his Pidgeotto without using items. This might be really difficult, but let's see if we can do it. So anyway, Pidgey, I actually leveled up two more levels so I can one-shot his Pidgey, and that's what I did. Two shot. And now we have Pidgeotto, and for Pidgeotto, all you can really do is just spam tackle until eventually you win. And it did take me a few attempts, but eventually I got a lucky battle like this. And for some reason, his Pidgeotto did not heal up once. So, yeah, I'll take that victory. But next battle we have to have is with Rival 2, and he's not easy. Let me explain. So, of course, it's because of Ghastly, and when you struggle, just like Magikarp, but we don't do much damage with Struggle this time, but luckily, Ghastly didn't go for a Curse, and we're able to knock it out. Now, Feebas does have less defense than Magikarp, so it might take more damage from Razor Leaf, and we also learn Flail as well. Basically the same strategy, except we're doing a lot less damage with our Flail, and yeah, so... Also, by the way, forgot to mention this. I did get the Shell Bell earlier, so now it'll actually come quite handy in this run for a little while. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, this battle was like one I just wanted us to quit on. Like this battle almost made me want to just quit the run, but eventually I got a lucky battle like this and actually managed to take out the Bayleaf. Man, the Bayleaf really take it out? Really? Oh my god, that's so impressive. And oh, we don't even one-shot Zubat, but Supersonic misses. Okay, that's awesome. And yeah, so honestly, if we didn't beat Rival 2, I probably would have quit the challenge, but luckily we were able to beat him. So yeah, that was Rival 2. Not too bad, but man, he was a little bit frustrating. So now we gotta beat Bugsy now. And I mean, I did level up a little bit for Bugsy. I think, well, at least I think I did anyway. I don't actually, maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. Never mind. So yeah, so Cypher went for U-turn, which is quite weird. And I'll come Metapod. I went for... all you do really is just go for Tackle and just hope that nothing bad happens. And, yeah. So, yeah, I might as well like, take a quick drink here. But, yeah. And now Cypher comes back in. And it went for Focus Energy, which is a little bit terrifying. And Quick Attack, good. He does get a quick attack, and yeah, this isn't gonna look so good. Citrus Berry, oh goodness. Okay, this isn't gonna go well. So come on, Flail. U-turn. Oh my god, 7 HP. Oh shoot, dude, I am so freaking nervous right now. Oh, we one-shot the Kakuna. Okay, that's pretty good. But Cypher has quick attack though. Oh, we live on HP. Okay, that was pretty good. I'll take that. Alright, so now that we've beaten Bugsy, we have to go on a big shopping trip and get two very special TMs. One of them being the TM for Blizzard, and one of them being the TM for Return. And the way you get Return is very simple. All you can do is just change the date on your DS or your emulator or PC or whatever you're using, and change it to Sunday, and this girl will give you the TM for a Return if your Pokemon has high enough friendship. And yeah, so now we can challenge Whitney now, and with our new good moves, we could probably easily beat her, right? Well, let's find out. So first up is Clefairy. I went for Return on it, and it does over half. That was very good. And I went for another one, and it knocks it out. Very, very good. And next one, next up is Meltank. I went for Blizzard on it, and it actually does pretty okay damage to it. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's fine. And wow, okay. I mean, that was pretty lucky. I do think, yeah, she does have a potion, so she will use it, which is a little bit unfortunate, but whatever, I guess. I'm just gonna go for another Blizzard, and okay. Okay, well, this is gonna be a bit awful. Okay, come on, Blizzard. Come on, Blizzard. Okay. Please don't heal. Okay, good. Come on. Oh, I forgot to mention this as well. I also got Kenya to Spearow, and I delivered it to that guy on the route next to Violet City, and he will give you the TM for rest, which I completely forgot to talk about. But anyway, that's okay though, because you probably see it right now anyway. One. Oh my god, what is it with me getting 1 HP in these challenges? I don't get it. But anyway, that was Whitney. Not even that hard. For a hard gym leader, she's a pushover. Kind of. And, yeah. So, anyway, the next TM we're going to get, which is technically an HM in this game, but it's very helpful, is Surf. And Surf in this game does 95 base power, and it's a special move, so it's going to do a lot of damage. And it's going to allow some of these fights to be actually really, really easy. And yeah, this is why Feebas is better than Magikarp, because it can actually learn TMs. So yeah, now we can face Rival 2 and see what will happen. Alright. And Ghastly will come up first. And we're going to use our new TM, or HM, sorry, to destroy him at one shot. Okay, that was pretty good. And Bayleaf will use Blizzard on it. Unfortunately, Blizzard does not one-shot Bayleaf, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter that much anyway. All you gotta do is go for another Blizzard and knock it out. And yeah, so basically these free moves, sorry, not free. These 4 moves I'm probably gonna keep for like the rest of the run until maybe red and blue, but we'll see. Anyway, last Pokemon is Zubat, and it gets absolutely destroyed. Easiest rival battle probably ever. Man, okay, that was pretty easy. But now I have to face Morty. Now, I did decide to actually level up before I faced him, because his Gengar was doing good damage, so I decided to level up a bit. And now let's face him. So, he leaves off with Ghastly, and Ghastly obviously is going to be a 1-hit KO, because it's just, let's face it, Ghastly's weak in defenses. And now he sends out Gengar, and Gengar is a little bit more bulkier, and wow, we got a critical hit. That was pretty lucky. Unfortunately, it puts me to sleep, which sucks, but what can you do, really? Shadow Ball does like 40 damage, sort of. It went for Mean Look. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, we're gonna knock it out with Surf, and next Pokemon is Haunter. Haunter should be a 2-hit KO, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it will be. It went for Curse, which sucks a little bit, but luckily though, his next Haunter will be a 2-hit KO as well, and there's nothing he can really do. So yeah, there's not much he can do really about it. I don't know why I went for Mean Look. I'm the only Pokemon in battle. I don't know why. You know what? Never mind. We beat Morty. I'll just take it as a victory. And we're actually gonna go and fight, I think, Jasmine first, because Jasmine's gonna be way easier than Pryce, and Pryce will be much more easier than Chuck. So anyway, here we go. So Magnemite, you actually want to get a critical hit against Magnemite. You unfortunately will not one-shot the Magnemite, but if you get a crit, you will. And the next Magnemite that comes out, you actually want to hope it doesn't like use Thunderbolt immediately. I mean, it probably won't. It'll probably go for Thunder Wave and then Supersonic, which is very annoying. And yeah. If luckily though, it misses Supersonic, which is very, very good. And we're gonna knock it out with Surf. And her last Pokemon is Steelix. And Steelix should be an easy 2-hit KO because, you know, Surf. And unfortunately, I do get a Paralysis, which stinks, but it's whatever. I'm going to go for a Surf. And, oh wait, no, I didn't get paralyzed. What am I saying? Never mind. And Surf does pretty good damage to it, considering it doesn't have the greatest special defense in the world. And Iron Tail hits again, and yeah, oh, okay. Well, now I get paralyzed. Well, now it decides to go for Derouge. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. And knock it out. So that was Jasmine. Okay, well that was interesting. Okay. Let's move on to Pryce. Alright, so Pryce is a little bit tricky. Let me explain. He has Seal, Dewgong, and Piloswine. And unfortunately, Dewgong has Rest. Same with Seal. They both have Rest, and it could be quite annoying. Luckily, though, I get a critical hit against the Seal with the return, which is very nice. Next up is Piloswine, and unfortunately for me, Surf is not a one-shot, and it actually has Snow Cloak, which means I actually missed my first Surf, but the second one will hit. And I was hoping that Mud Bomb would not get an XP drop. It does not, so that's very good. And we're gonna knock it out with a Surf. So that's pretty good. And, oh wait, never mind. We did knock it out. I thought we would have. Ah, frig. Okay, whatever. I thought we did knock it out, but apparently we didn't, so... Alright. Next up is Dewgong. And Dewgong... Excuse me. And Dewgong is very, very bulky in defense and special defense, so... I decided the best thing to do is just go for return and hope it doesn't use Rest. And unfortunately for me, it goes for Rest. Alright, well, hopefully we get lucky with this dude gone. Let's be honest though, Pryce did take a bunch of attempts to beat him, and it was quite ridiculous really how long it took. And yeah, so honestly though, like Pryce was probably harder than Chuck, I would say. Like maybe, but I don't know. But yeah, I actually ended up getting lucky and getting a critical hit, which is very nice. And I was quite pleased with this match. But now we gotta face Chuck. And for Chuck, I had to level up to like I think what was it like level 60 or something? I think it was level 60. I don't know. What level was it? 55. Okay. And I went for Surf on Primeape, and Primeape goes for Double Team, which is fine. And it tries to go for Focus Punch. I get a miss, which really sucks. But the next one I do land and knock it out. So that was Primeape. Unfortunately, I did miss with Surf, which really stung because I took a lot of damage. But next up is Poliwrath, and I went for a return on it, and hoping that it wouldn't go for Hypnosis. Okay, well, that's interesting. And now all he does now is just spam... Wait, now all he does now is spam Focus Punch? What is going on with this Poliwrath? Now he has... Surf? Why is he using Surf? Surf does nothing to me. Okay, well, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Body Slam hits me. It does, like, nothing either. Okay, I mean, I don't really know what's happening here. He does have a Hyper Potion, though, which kind of sucks. What is going on here? Okay, well, oh my gosh. Okay, well, I need to heal soon. Maybe I do. Oh wait, no, wait, I really can't heal. I forgot because of Focus Punch. Are we gonna beat Chuck? Oh, of course, the Hyper Potion. Of course, why not? Well, hopefully this goes well. Oh God, Surf. Oh my gosh. Okay, please knock it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so close. So close. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, we beaten Chuck. That was a little bit scuffed, a little bit nerve-wracking, and a little bit frustrating, but we beat him. So, yeah. Next up is... Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. I honestly just love this costume that Team Rocket member gives you. It looks amazing, and I just wanted to show it again in this video. So, yeah. Anyway, now we can face Rival 4, and he was kind of easy, I guess you could say that. But anyway, for Golbat, you just want to use Surf on it. Fortunately, Blizzard does not one-shot it. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. But whatever, I guess that's okay. And next Pokemon is Meganium. Now you want to go for Blizzard on it and hope you get lucky with it. And it actually did over half, which is very nice because I was hoping it would do over half. Considering my attack stats are so low, I actually Okay, it didn't one-shot. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. There's no way we can beat this thing. Unless we get a freeze. Well, that works. Okay, well, that was Meganium. A little bit of a stally Pokemon, but we got through it. And Magnemite should be a 1-hit KO now, hopefully. Yes, it is. Very good. Next Pokemon is Haunter. And Haunter shouldn't be a one-shot. It wasn't, unfortunately. It doesn't go for Curse, though, which is pretty good. And Surf knocks it out. Alright, that was pretty good. And the last up is Sneasel, and Sneasel should be pretty easy to deal with. It doesn't really... Let's be honest, Sneasel can't do really much to me. And we're just going to knock it out easily. And I was Rival 4. Not too bad. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. And now we gotta face a battle that took me at least, I would say maybe about an hour and a half. And that battle was with Clair. And yeah, Clair wasn't easy. But I'll explain that in a minute though. So anyway, Gyarados comes out, uses Intimidate, and that's bad because that reduces my attack stat, which is already pretty bad anyway. And we're just gonna try to knock it out with her turn. And Dragon Rage hits me. Okay, well that's fine, I guess. Just keep going for a turn on it. She will eventually heal it up, and that'll stink. But yeah, just hope for the best. I forgot to mention I also have Bright Powder on this Feebas right now, so their attacks will miss more often. Well, yeah, more often. But yeah. So this is one of the reasons why I actually wanted to have Rest on Feebas. One is because Dragon Rage is annoying, and it's very Dragon Rage is very annoying, and 2, it would just help me get rid of status conditions. It's quite a nice move, really. So next up is Dragonair. I tried going for Fun Wave, but failed because I was asleep. And now I have to go for Dragon Pulse. And yeah, so now I went for Blizzard on it, hoping that would do good damage. And okay, good damage. It does over half, which is nice. She won't heal Dragonair. She will save it for Kingdra, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so next up is another Dragonair. I went for sleep. I went to sleep again, and again I went for Fun Wave, which is very good. And we're gonna do same thing for this Dragonair, and just take it out with Blizzard. And yeah, that's basically it, really. Oh yeah, we got a freeze. That's awesome. And yeah, we're just gonna easily knock it out. So quite easily. So that was Dragonair, pretty easy. But now we have the wall, the big old wall, Kingdra. Kingdra is very, very. Okay, well, I was very lucky. Kingdra is very bulky. Its stats are pretty good for a fully evolved Pokemon. So yeah, this thing's very, very tough. Even I had to level up all the way to level 70 to actually beat this thing. But man, this was ridiculous how hard this was. But eventually, we will actually knock out Kingdra. Hyper Beam. Oh, okay. And I think we won. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, I think God actually used Hyper Beam. If it didn't use Hyper Beam, I think she would have healed. So that was pretty good. Alright, final gym leader. And I can say I've beaten all 8 gyms with just a Feebas, so that's pretty cool. Next up is Rival 5. Rival 5. He leads with Sneasel. And I decided to go for Surf, and that's pretty good damage to it. Fan attack's fine, that doesn't really matter to me that much. And we're gonna knock it out. So yeah, next Pokemon is Meganium. Up again, very bulky. But unfortunately we get a miss with Blizzard. Oh my lord, are you kidding me? And actually does over half this time, which is very good. I also did level up quite a bit to level 80, so that's probably why we're doing much more damage to it. And yeah, so next up is Magneton. The Magneton I was a little bit scared of, but it did over half. And oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Fun Wave is the most annoying move ever. And oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh god, I hate when freaking Magneton does this. It is so aggravating. Thank god Spark does like nothing now, so because I'm so over leveled. But yeah, I need to go to sleep like right now. Thank god. Man, Confusion and it's basically Parafusion. It is so annoying. Oh my god. But anyway, we will eventually knock out the Magneton because that Pokemon is annoying as hell. And next Pokemon that comes out is Haunter. And Haunter should be easy. Fortunately, again, not a 1 KO, which really sucks, but what could you do, really? Anyway, it went for me in luck, which is very good, and we're gonna knock it out. So yeah, next Pokemon is Kadabra, and I went for a return, and we one-shotted it. Very good. Alright. And his last Pokemon is Golbat, and for Golbat, I decided just to go for Surf, and we're going to easily knock out in 2 hits. So that's very good. Unfortunately, they go for Confuse Ray, but oh gosh, sorry. Unfortunately for me, I snap out the next turn and knock it out. So that's very good. And yeah, that was the last mandatory rival battle. So that's pretty good. And yeah. Now the Elite Four was very, very difficult, especially 2 of the members, or maybe 3 of them. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with Will, and Will sends out Xatu, and yeah. So anyway, for the Xatu, you want to go for Surf, and it does good damage, I guess. And it does over half, which is very good. And oh yeah, I should also mention real quick while we're in this battle. Feebas is in the fast level up group, so it does. Or sorry, it's in the slow then fast level up group. So it only takes 600,000 experience points to get to level 100. So it's actually pretty nice. But yeah, anyway, Jinx comes out. We're gonna knock out with Return, so that's very good. Next Pokemon is Executor. I always try to go for Blizzard, and it does land very good. And we do not knock it out. Ah, come on. I decided then to go for Surf. But of course, he has to use a Forest Store, which really sucks. But then I decided to go for Blizzard again. And okay, very good. Executor's down. Very nice. And next Pokemon is Slowbro. I decided to go for Surf because I knew that the Reflect was up. And it went for Curse, which is fine because it can't do much to me anyway. And yeah, so I went for all you gotta do is keep spamming surf on it, and hope it doesn't really attack. And for me, it just did not do anything, so that's pretty good. Besides using Psychic, which critted, by the way. Very nice crit. Very nice crit. Surf hits again, and we're gonna knock it out. Nice. Alrighty. And last up is his final Zatu, and I went for Blizzard on it because that would be a better move, and nearly one-shot it. So close. I went for Psychic, and 19 health left. That's pretty scary. I went for Surf, and we knock it out. Okay, awesome. And that was Will. Not too bad. I mean, he was pretty easy, but now we have to face Koga, and Koga was actually pretty easy. He didn't take me many attempts, actually. I think it took like one, I think. But yeah, so anyway, you Surf on Ariados, or Ariados. We got a critical hit, which is very lucky. And next Pokemon is Fortress. Now, of course, Fortress likes to spam Protect and be annoying, which is what it does here. Very annoying. It's really stinks, but what can you do, really? I went for Surf on it, and it does pretty decent damage to it, considering my attack's bad. But yeah, so then I decided to go for a turn, because I did not want it to heal. That would be quite annoying. And yeah, basically, yeah, and I used it another time, just in case it wasn't a range. And then I decided to use Surf, and it keeps spamming Protect. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Alright, well, hopefully we can knock it out with Surf. Okay, pretty good. Alright, that was a pretty bulky Pokemon out of the way. But now we sent out Muck. I went for a return on Muck, and it does decent damage, I guess you could say. I went for Minimize, which is a little bit annoying. I decided instead to go for Surf, and Surf actually does better damage because I got a critical hit. Wow, that is so lucky. I wonder if Koga will heal his Muck. Let's find out. And he does. Okay, well that's fine, I guess. I'm just gonna go for another Surf on it. And okay, good. That was actually better damage than return. That was pretty good. Alright, and now let's use Surf again. And Screech is okay. That doesn't really matter too much to me. And yeah, so just keep going for Surf on it, and hopefully he doesn't hit you. Thank goodness he missed that gunk shot. That would probably hurt like a lot. And we're gonna knock out Muck. And he has two more Pokemon, Crobat and Venomoth. Use Blizzard on the Crobat, and it does pretty decent damage to it. And Double Team is just not great at all. I went for Blizzard a second time, and it lands. Very good. And we knock out Crobat. Very good. Okay. And the last Pokemon is Venomoth, and Venomoth should be easy to deal with. I went for Surf on it, and it does okay damage. Toxic is fine. Toxic is probably the best move you can go for. And oh shoot! All right. Oh, of course he has to heal. Of course. I went for Rest. And he goes for Psychic. That's fine. And Psychic again, that's fine. Supersonic, I mean, sorry, not Psychic. And so close to knocking it out. Just one more hit will do. And there we go, we've beaten Koga. Not too bad, I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but hey, I'll take it. Now, this was the battle that took me at least about an hour. Bruno was quite frustrating in this battle. Challenge, I meant to say. He was quite frustrating, and it's simply because of Machamp. Machamp has no guard and cross drop, and cross drop does approximately like nearly half my health, and that's bad because he'll never miss no matter what, even with Bright Powder on. So I decided to equip the Never Melt Ice, and since I got that from the Ice Path, and hopefully this will work well. At least I think I had Never Melt Ice in this battle. Actually, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But anyway. We knock out the Hitmontop, and now we have to face Hitmonchan. And Thunder Punch doesn't do much damage to me. I went for a turn, knock it out. And next Pokemon was Hitmonlee. And for Hitmonlee, you actually wanted to use Swagger against you, but unfortunately, I got a critical hit. Now for Machamp, I actually wanted to go for Blizzard and try to get a freeze on it, and unfortunately, if Cross Drop hits me, I survive. But Blizzard will. Oh! Okay, well, we got a freeze. That was very good and very lucky. Going for another Blizzard on it. Good damage. And I decided now it's time that we go to sleep and get our health back. By the way, if you guys didn't notice, I also used to use 2 of my rare candies to level up, just to make this fight a little bit more consistent and more easy. And yeah, we're gonna easily knock out my champ now. It's frozen, and this is the only way I'd probably could win this battle. Besides maybe having like return, have swagger, like unless him unleaves the swagger on me. But yeah, this was another way I could beat Bruno. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let's move on to Karen, the most annoying Leaf member ever. She's basically Agatha from Kanto, so she leads with Umbreon, and Umbreon was very, very, very hard to get by because it knows Confuse Ray and Double Team, and then it knows its 2 attacking moves, which it's quite annoying, really. Umbreon is a very annoying Pokemon, and this battle took me, I would say probably maybe like 40 minutes, maybe. It took me quite a while to get by this battle. But eventually, I got a match that looked a little bit like this. So, anyway, she does heal Umbreon here, which, you know, is very annoying. I got a crit, which is very lucky. She swapped into Vileplume. Okay. I went for Blizzard, it missed, and she used a Stun Spore. Oh my gosh. This is going to be quite annoying. And Petal Dance hits. I do survive, luckily, and Rest will heal me up all the way to max health. And I went for Blizzard, and Petal Dance hits once again. It's not going great. And Petal Dance again. Oh my lord. And it does get confused now. I woke up and went for Blizzard, and okay. And it hits itself finally. This battle took forever to actually beat her. Now it comes Gengar. I went for Rest because I knew it was going to go for Focus Blast, and it does. And of course it lands. And that was a crit, so that wasn't too bad. And now it started spamming Spite for some reason. I don't know why the AI does that, but whatever, I guess. And again, it used Focus Blast, and it hits. I even wonder if this thing even has Shadow Ball. I think it would, but it probably doesn't. But yeah, so anyway, wake up, you surf on it, and Focus Blast hits again. Just ran out of P power points already. Come on, Gengar. Anyway, we go back to sleep again. I'm pretty sure this is her last Focus Blast, and yeah. So, does she not have Shadow Ball? I swear to God, this Gengar does not have Shadow Ball. I don't know why. But anyway, we're gonna wake up and use Surf on it, and Spite will lower my PP, which is fine. I don't really care. I have E-First and Elixirs anyway, and now I have Houndoom, and the Houndoom should be clean to a KO even without the Citrus Berry. It should be easy to a KO, and it goes for Nasty Plots. That's perfect. Now we're gonna knock out Loose Surf, and goodbye Houndoom. And oh, my freaking cat opened the door. Next up is Murkrow, and Surf will easily to a KO it. Not too bad. Sorry, that freaking door startled me. Anyway, but that was Karen. Oh, frig, I forgot about Umbreon. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell Umbreon. But anyway, Umbreon comes back out, and she heals it again. I might as well take a quick drink of water while we're here. This might take a little while. All right, now that was Karen. Not too bad. Now we gotta face the hacker Lance. Except this time he wasn't really much of a hacker though. But anyway, let's get right into it. So I did decide I could equip the Nevermelt Ice that would help me out against the Dragonites. And so yeah, basically you just want to go for a return on the Gyarados. And for some reason it doesn't even really have a good move to hit me with, which is good. And yeah, so just use return against it. I think he will heal it. I'm pretty sure. Wait, I think he does heal it. I think he does anyway. Oh, we got a crit. Oh, that's very good. Oh, that was very lucky. And next up is Dragonite. And Blizzard well one-shot due to the Nevermelt Ice. Very good. And now comes the second Dragonite. And Blizzard hits again. Oh my goodness. And again, I want a KO because of the Nevermelt Ice. Alright. And now we have to deal with Aerodactyl. And Aerodactyl does have Thunder Fang. Luckily, I do outspeed it, which is very nice. And oh, come on. Well, this really sucks. I hate when I get really bad RNG in this game. It really sucks. Ariel, oh my God! Ariel says doesn't even take me out. Ariel doesn't even take me out. Oh my God, I am so lucky right now. Okay, I mean I'll take it, I Feebas, I don't know what's going on anymore. We're gonna knock out Aerodactyl, and his last Pokemon is Charizard. Are we gonna beat Lance? No way. I went for Blizzard on Dragonite, and it doesn't take it out, but we get a freeze. Ah, that's so big. That's so huge and so big. I love that. And we're gonna knock out Dragonite. So yeah, his last Pokemon is Charizard, and I don't know if we can do this, guys. I mean, I'm sure he'll take us out easily. Air Slash does like nothing. It does like 50 damage, and yeah, there we go. We have beaten Johto with just a Feebas. I don't know what to say. I'm just very impressed by this little fish's abilities. But of course, in my HeartGold videos, you probably already noticed already, but the game isn't over yet. I know we're basically 35 minutes into the video, but we're not done yet. We still have 8 more badges, and then we have to face Red. And I have a strategy for Red that I might do later on, and hopefully it does work. But anyway, yeah. So honestly, I'm quite surprised that Feebas actually clutched it up in the end against Lance. So that was pretty good. And yeah, so so yeah, that was pretty nice though. I'm honestly 38 hours and 51 minutes just beat Lance. Nice. That was pretty good. Like that was nice. Oh yeah. So in Fuchsia City, there's a juggler that will sell you EV reducing berries. So what I did here basically, right, is that Red's Pikachu has approximately 189 speed, level 88, and if we get our Feebas speed up to 190, we can outspeed Pikachu. So that was kind of what I was hoping. That was what I was kind of doing right here, and yeah. So there we go. All right, and then what you want to do after you introduce the EVs, you want to go knock out some Zubat and Golbat at Icy Path. And I don't know, you don't want to go here, but I chose this area because I thought I'd be good enough to grind in. And trust me, guys, this is going to help us out against Red a ton. Trust me, it is going to be worth it. It's going to make the battle like so much less frustrating than it should be. And yeah, so. And oh yeah, I should also mention this real quick. If you are level 100 in Pokemon HeartGold or SoulSilver or like in Gen 4 or below, basically how EVs work. Basically how EVs work is if you're not level 100, they will not work. So basically, that's what. Sorry, I took so long to say that. But yes, the next thing we're gonna do is go get Ice Beam from Frig. What is it called? Frig. That freaking cave. Shoot. Soul Cave. I forgot what this place is called. I'm really sorry, guys. But it's the cave in Kanto where Articuno is in. Seashore something. I don't know. Anyway, there we can get Ice Beam, and now we can face Brock at level 100. So let's get right into it. So Brock is a absolute joke, and unlike Magikarp, we can actually use water type moves and we can obliterate his whole team. So yeah. We can literally obliterate Brock so easily. Sorry, I need to go get another water bottle because I'm going to be quite thirsty. And yeah. Yeah, Brock is just an absolute joke. Like, he's just, why is there still an Onyx? I mean, I get it's because of the anime, but, like, come on. Anyway, Feebas destroys his team very easily. And, yeah. Amistar probably won't stand a chance against me. And, yeah, 2-KO Amistar. Very nice. And, sorry, guys, I'm getting another water bottle. I was not prepared for this at all. Anyway, that was Brock. Pretty easy. Let's move on to Misty and disturb her boyfriend once again, and we're going to challenge her. So Misty was a little bit hard to beat. She does have a Starmie with Recover and a Lapras that's very bulky. So hopefully we can actually do this. All right, so for Golduck, just use Surf, because sometimes it will actually go for Disable. Usually first turn, just predicting that you use like a super effective move or whatever. And you just want to use Surf and just hope it doesn't do that. And she will heal. Just use return, get a nice critical hit. Oh my god. That was nice. And knock it out. Next Pokemon is Quagsire, and for Quagsire, so you just want to go for a turn because it does have Water Absorb, so you don't want to mess with that. Okay, we are back in the narrating room. I apologize for that, guys. Okay. Next up is Lapras. Sorry, I'm kind of out of breath. Alright, next up is Lapras, and Body Slam does like nothing to me. We're gonna go for a turn again, and man, this thing's just so bulky. Like, what can I say? Lapras is a good Pokemon. It's so bulky, and it has so much HP. It's insanely strong, and yeah. Misty will heal her, Lapras obviously, and yeah. So these battles weren't really that easy. She did take me like a bunch of attempts, because what you want to do against the Starmie is simply just use Ice Beam against it and hope you get a freeze, and yeah, just hope you win. And unfortunately, she got a freaking Saint off. Are you kidding me, man? Come on, this is annoying. Man, it's really annoying when she does that stuff. But anyway, we'll wake up and knock it out. And yeah, so basically the strategy for Starmie, again, we gotta freeze it and hope we get a freeze. And we get a freeze. What is this? What is this like the first time I got a freeze, or a fourth time? Like, I got so many freezes in this frickin' challenge. It's insane. But yeah, with that though, we're actually able to knock out Starmie, which is, you know, pretty good. And yeah. That was Misty. Alright, so now we gotta face Lieutenant Surge, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I was a bit scared of him, because he has a full team of, oh wait, no, sorry, was it a full team? Nearly a full team of Electric Pokemon, and they're pretty strong, and they use Double Team, and Thunder Wave, and it's quite annoying, really, it's really annoying. I hate when they do this, but whatever, I guess. I mean, hopefully I can beat these Pokemon before I run out of power points. And Raichu is a clean free kill with Surf, and I really like Raichu. I think it's a really cool looking Pokemon, and yeah. Alright, so you want to go for Rest when you're low on HP, obviously, because Shockwave will do a lot of damage. Well, not really, but a little bit. And yeah, and also you want to do that to just to get rid of the paralysis. It just makes it so much better. And yeah, and then once I woke up, I decided just to go for Ice Beam, just knock it out. And unfortunately, Lieutenant Surge gets a lucky crit. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me! These damn crits, like, come on, like, oh gosh. All right, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just go with it. It's all good. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Anyway, eventually we will wake up and knock it out. Hopefully. There we go. Finally, Raichu's down. Okay, next Pokemon is Electrode, and Electrode isn't that bulky, and Surf actually will 2-hit KO it, which is very nice. But it uses Thunder Wave, of course it will. Oh my god, these Pokemon are so annoying. Surge is probably the most annoying one ever, but you wanna know what's funny though? What if I told you I actually beaten Surge on my first try? Would you believe that? Probably not, but it actually happened. So I'm showing you the footage right now. So yeah, Surge was just so easy. There you go. Down goes Electrode. Next up is second Electrode, and again 2-hit KO. And instead of going for Thunder Wave, instead of going for Thunder Wave, I went for Double Team, which is probably better than using Thunder Wave. And we're gonna knock it out. And next Pokemon is Electabuzz is Ace, I'm pretty sure. And Light Screen. Oh, great! That's annoying as hell. Alright, Citrus Berry is fine. Shockwave's fine as well. That ain't gonna do much to me. I do have leftovers, so I will easily heal it off. And we're gonna knock it out. Alright, awesome. I get staticked. Oh, gosh. Okay. Whatever, it's fine. Last up is Magneton, and Magneton is just very annoying. Spamming double team, and unfortunately I get paralyzed, so I can't even put myself back to sleep. And double team again. Oh, I can finally put myself to sleep. And light screen wore off as well. And another double team. Alright, well, I see how you play. I see how you play, Surge. You want invasion moves. Kind of like Koga, I see. Interesting. Magneton is a 2-hit KO, which is very nice. And Shockwave does barely anything, so that's very good. And we're gonna knock it out. So that was Surge. Not as hard as you may think, actually. But now we have to deal with Erica, and Erica has grass type Pokemon, but we have Ice Beam, so she should be a piece of cake. All right, let's see what happens. So Ice Beam obviously will one-shot the Jump Bluff. Goodbye, Jump Bluff. Next Pokemon is Tangela, and I went for Ice Beam on it, and yes, okay, one shot, very good. And next up is Blossom, and Blossom shouldn't be a 1-hit KO, it should be like a free KO. It goes for Giga Drain, which is a little bit annoying. Oh gosh, okay. Well, hopefully we could actually beat this Fade. Are you kidding me? A 5th freeze, I think that was? Oh my god. Well, you know what? I'll take it. I mean, this team was using fucking Giga Drain. That would have been very annoying. And yeah, we're just gonna knock it out. And her last Pokemon should be an absolute joke, Victory Bell. But it does know Leaf Storm should, so that might knock me out. Okay, well we get another freeze, but it falls out. So okay, and then went for Sunny Day, and Grass Knot, not Leaf Storm. Okay, that was Erica. Absolute joke. Absolute pushover. Let's move on to Janine. And again, Janine is just a absolute pushover. Why am I even showing her battle? Well, it's because you guys would probably think I cheated for the game. Simply not battling the gym winners. But yeah, I'm just going to show you the battle anyway against her. And she was just an absolute joke. And it's mostly because her Pokemon are so low leveled. And they're like basically the same type, so all you need to do is just use Psychic to basically win. So anyway, the the Wheezing uses Sludge Bomb, which is fine, and we're gonna knock it out. And Ariados comes out, and we get doesn't one shot it. I went for Scary Face, which is okay, and we're gonna knock it out. And next Pokemon is Ariados again, and we're gonna hit it with Surf and Swagger. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I went for Surf again and knock it out, and that... Oh, sorry, she has one more Pokemon. Fit him off. Level 50, by the way. And because of my speed drop, it outspeeds me, and that's a bit unfortunate. And... oh, gosh, okay. Return. Oh my god, a critical hit return. Totally unexpected. Wow. Janine, you are just too easy for me. Let's move on to Sabrina. And let's be honest, Sabrina might be a piece of cake. Because, for one reason only, we have a physical move, and Psychic type Pokemon generally don't have good defense. So let's use that to our advantage. And Espeon decides to go for a Skill Swap, which I don't know why the hell it would do that, but whatever. We're gonna hopefully knock it out. Oh, she uses a Force Store. Of course she uses that. Of course, why not? Why not use that? And again, Psychic, which does not much to me. And Return will knock it out. And there we go. Alrighty. Next Pokemon is Alakazam. And Alakazam should be a 2-hit shot. Yes, it is. And Reflect is annoying. Okay, well, hopefully we can knock this Fan out with a Surf. And we do not. Ah, bummer. I went for Energy Ball, and that does not actually as much as I thought it would do. But anyway, Surf's gonna knock it out, and that was Alakazam. And her last Pokemon is Mr. Mime, and I went for Surf on it, and I was like, yeah, it's good damage, but then I went for Light Screen, and I'm like, you know what, let's go for Return, knock it out. And that's what I did. Not too bad at all, I guess. Not too bad at all, guys. Return will knock it out, and that was Sabrina. Not too bad. She was kind of easy, kind of a pushover. And now we have to battle Blaine, and again, we're using a Water-type Pokemon. This should be a piece of cake. So, yeah, Blaine is going to be super easy. Let's just get right into it. So Magcargo comes out. We're gonna go for Surf, and we will one-hit KO Magcargo, obviously. And next up is Magmar. Went for Surf on it, and it does about over half. Like it did a bunch of damage. And we went for Sunny Day. Now he does heal here, and Surf doesn't no longer 2-hit KOs it anymore, which kind of stinks. But whatever, I guess. I'm just gonna go for another Surf, and it went for Confuse Ray. Yay, Confusion Hacks. Ah, gosh, okay. Another Forward Store. Interesting. And Surf does good damage to it. We're going for another... Oh, shoot, I hit myself. And Thunder Punch. Okay, really? Okay, well, hopefully we can actually hit him and use Surf. We do. Very good. And his last Pokemon is Rapidash. I honestly love Rapidash. It's such a cool looking Pokemon. Anyway, Surf does good damage. And it went for Bounce. Okay, I like Bounce. Bounce is a cool move. And it misses with Bounce. Oh my goodness, okay. And we're gonna knock it out with Surf. And that was Blaine. Absolute pushover. Again, we're using a 4-type Pokemon, so it's kind of easy. But now we have to face Blue, and Blue was a absolute nightmare. Let me explain why. He has Executor. And even though our defenses are better against Leaf Storm, it still knocks us out in one hit. So we have to use a weird strategy with Attract and Ice Beam against Executor and Everyone Ice as well. It took me like at least, I would say maybe 2 hours, maybe even 2 hours to beat him. I don't know. Like, Blue was ridiculously hard. But anyway, we knock out Executor. Next Pokemon is Rhydon, and Surf will 1-hit KO it, obviously, because its defenses are bad. Next up is Machamp. Now Machamp can easily knock you out so easily with Dynamic Punch and Thunder Punch together. But luckily though, it doesn't really like want to move. Again, it doesn't really want to like do anything because it's in love with my Feebas. Sorry, I'm stuttering too much. But yeah, this was quite easy. But unfortunately, he does use the Forward Store on it, which kind of stinks. But I mean, yeah, I mean this is it really. This is how we're gonna beat him. Fortunately, Thunder Punch does paralyze me. Well, I mean, I'm honestly not that surprised considering that this battle is pretty luck-based anyway. And Feebas is paralyzed. Okay, well, hopefully we can actually use Rest. We do. Good. Okay. Now we go for Surf again while we're asleep. And snooze, snooze, snooze. He doesn't move again. And Surf will knock him out. Alright. But even if you defeat Machamp, you still have to deal with Arcanine or Arcanine, I don't know. Arcanine, Pidgeot, and Gyarados. And Gyarados is probably the biggest threat of them all. And Arcanine isn't that bad. I mean, you can easily knock it out with 2 Surfs. And next up is Pidgeot. Now for Pidgeot, I did go for a Attract on it. And it did not move. Very good. Okay, and then you want to use Surf. Why not use Ice Beam? Because Surf is just... You need as much power points as you can. So anyway, Pidgeot doesn't move again. Very nice. And we're going to hopefully knock it out with Surf. And I went for Surf again, and it just misses on knocking it out. Ah, so close. But Blue does use a full heal, sorry, not full heal, full restore. And man, Pidgeot does not want to attack me at all. I mean, there we go. Now it finally does. Return doesn't do that much damage though. And we're gonna hopefully knock it out. And it can move again. Another Forward Store. Man, this guy must have like 5 of them because he has a bunch of them. My God. And yeah, so hopefully we can actually knock this Fane out without taking any damage. We do. Unfortunately, what I decided to do is go for Rest because I need all HP I can get against Gyarados. Because Gyarados does in fact have Dragon Dance, and it will use 3 of them and then use Return and then knock me out in 2 hits. So yeah. Anyway, Pidgeot does not attack me at all, which is very nice, and we knock it out. And yeah, the last Pokemon is Gyarados, and this was definitely a run ender for me. And I went for a Attract on it again, and it's immobilized. Very nice. And now all you want to do now is just spam Ice Beam and hope for the best. So yeah. Alright. And of course, this is a Forward Store. Of course, why not? I think that was his last one. And if you get lucky enough against him, you can actually go through, like, you can get a lot of hits off of without him even attacking you. Luckily we got a crit there, and I think we won. Yeah, there we go. That was blue, and yeah, that was pretty frustrating. But we beaten blue. But how are we supposed to beat red now? He has 6 very strong Pokemon that are level like 80. How are we supposed to beat that? And he leaves a Pikachu. How can we beat his Pikachu if it can one-shot us? Well, I came up with a very disgusting strategy that would just works too easily. Basically, what I did was I decided to go to the Battle Frontier and get 32 points. And you want to know what I did with those 32 points? I got a very disgusting move that would help me out. But anyway, the Battle Frontier, let me explain what it does. Basically, there's a facility in Battle Frontier that you can do to get battle points. There's a section where you can do a 1v1 battle, and since I'm using just a Feebas, this is allowed. So, and surprisingly, and also another thing I should mention is that while in this facility, you can pick what type you want to face. So if I want to face rock types, I get rock types, and it just makes it quite easy to actually get points this way. And I will admit though, this did take me like a few hours to actually get all those points. So yeah, it wasn't like the easiest thing in the world, but yeah, anyway, it wasn't that bad though. Like Surf did good damage against all the rock types, but anyway. But once you get 32 points, you can actually go to a section of the Battle Frontier, and you can get the TM for Toxic. And yeah, Toxic will help us out a bunch in this battle. So that's exactly what we did. And also, there's another team we can get, Double Team, which you can get from the game corner. And you need to play a game called Voltorb Flip. And I will admit though, this was good. Both of these were quite time consuming, but it would definitely help me out in the end to actually be able to beat red. But yeah, I spent a long time on this one trying to get all the coins. But eventually, as you can see, we will have 4,000 coins, which means then we can go to Ceylon City and go to the game corner and get Double Team. And once we get Double Team, we can go challenge red. But first of all, I actually did something to my emulator. I changed the date to March 15th. And on March 15th, you will get Diamond Dust, which means you will not get rain, hail at all. So anyway, so the moves on the Feebas is as seen: Toxic, which is supposed to poison them; Swagger, which is going to confuse them, make it easy for us; and Attract, of course, you know why. And then Double Team to just scum it even more. And this is the moveset we have to beat red. And I had no other choice. But anyway, let's get right into the battle and see if we can beat red. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so Pikachu comes out and Feebas comes out. I go for Attract first turn, and it falls in love with me. And then I go for Swagger. I miss, unfortunately, but it doesn't attack me. And then next turn I go for Swagger again, and Pikachu hits itself and nearly takes itself out in confusion. Oh my goodness. Red full heals. I went for another Swagger on it, and it got confused again. I went for Double Team, and yeah, so basically this is what I did the entire battle. Okay, I'll stop with that high-pitched voice. But anyway, as you're seeing though, basically what you want to do is just against Pikachu, just set up Attract, and then Swagger, and then spam Double Team. And then let's just hope you can get past the Pikachu and Venusaur. And those I think those are the only two Pokemon that can actually one-shot you. But anyway though, yeah. So this battle took me like maybe an hour before I figured out a better strategy, or not a better strategy. Sorry, or figured out a better item to carry. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. First I carried the Bright Powder, but then I realized, you know what? No. Let's carry the leftovers. But anyway, yeah. So I know most of you watching this probably would think this is very filthy and disgusting, like how I'm using Double Team and Toxic and all those moves. But trust me, this is the only way in my head I think I could beat red. And honestly, you just gotta hope you get very lucky against him, and just hope that none of his Pokemon land any hits. And unfortunately, Snorlax does hit me with 2 crunches though in this battle, which really sucks. But yeah, so but yeah, so leftovers does heal up your health quite a bit, and actually allows you to live a couple more extra hits. And yeah, so Snorlax's Crunch does so much damage to me, it's insane. But anyway, yeah, and we do knock it out. And then next up is Lapras. Now Lapras does have Body Slam, and if it does hit you, it can sometimes paralyze, which would kind of stink. But I'm pretty sure it didn't do it in this run, so that's pretty good. Or not run, sorry, I meant to say battle. And yeah, the strategy is quite simple, really. Just use Attract, then use Toxic, then use Swagger. I mean, you can do it any way you want. But using Toxic before you use Swagger is probably a better option. And yeah, this is the only way you could probably beat Red with just a Feebas. So yeah, excuse me. But yeah, that is Lapras down. A pretty big threat. And I know we have Blastoise. Blastoise, it can't really hit you that easily. The only thing it can use against you is probably Focus Blast. And Focus Blast only has 5 power points. So yeah. Anyway. We do use Toxic on it as well. And, yeah, Swagger it. Okay. Alright. Focus Blast misses again. Very nice. I mean, of course it's gonna miss. And, okay, misses again. Very good. Alright. Awesome. Alright. And it actually lands the Focus Blast. Wait, what? Really? Against plus 6 double teams? That's incredible. But, yeah, so anyway, we're eventually going to knock this Blastoise out, and that's what we do. Toxic will finish it off. Very good. And he only has one Pokemon left, Charizard, and Charizard, can't do much to me, really, but you kind of go for the same strategy on two. You basically want to use the same strategy used on all the 4 other Pokemon, and, yeah. He's not too bad if you actually get quite lucky. So, and that's what happened in this battle. And Charizard can one-shot you with Flare-Blitz if you use too many Swaggers against it, but if you're lucky and it misses or doesn't attack, then you should be fine. And yeah, I think we just won. There we go, guys. We have beaten Pokemon HeartGold with just a Feebas, what people would call a useless fish. Actually beating the game single-handedly without using items in battle. So that was pretty good. Honestly, yeah, that was pretty fun. This challenge was pretty cool as well. I mean, honestly, it was really good. Like, honestly, this was probably a good idea. I mean, if you guys get a lot of views in this video, that would be awesome too. And yeah, but anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.